Hey, welcome back to the Long Hair Don't Care Velox 18 Repo Man Extravaganza, Nashville, Tennessee. What's going on? I don't know. All right, we're here. We're gonna get on our way tonight. We're just gonna keep chipping away. We got a lot of assignments coming in, so a lot of new stuff. But we got to hit some of that old stuff too, and just recheck some of these addresses and then look for some new addresses. We're gonna be doing it all tonight. Unfortunately, you guys don't get to see anything. You guys just get to listen to me talk, but that's fun too. I'm a funny guy. It's pretty enjoyable. Come on. I know you like to hang out with me. That's weird. I got a car coming down here. He's probably gonna throw something away in the trash can back here. He's gonna be like, what the heck is this guy doing? All right, let's go. All right. You guys see all that smoke in the air? I thought it was just kind of getting to be a little foggy or something, but actually there's about 15 fire engines over there, so I think it was a fire. So take that as your seasonal reminder that Christmas trees dry out, space heaters when it gets cold can fail. Make sure that you got them away from anything that might catch. Make sure that you get the ones that if they fall over, that they shut off on their own, because the only reason I've ever seen that many fire trucks at one place is when there's a structure fire. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think that's what this haze is in the air, is the residual smoke from a fire down there. And so shoot, be careful. But all that to say, that's just what I was driving by when I started recording. But we started the night off pretty early because we had to release a couple vehicles for people, and so I hate that part of the road. I hate all the parts of the road. You guys are tired of me hearing about the roads over here, but this stretch coming through downtown is actually going to be pretty bad. You guys are going to be like, yeah, he's talking about the roads again. But anyway, we started early. So what I did was I started looking at all of my assignments, and I thought, which one has the highest likelihood of hitting around 8:30 at night. Like which one should I start with? Because if I go to some of these places, I mean, look at how many people out here on the road still. There's just a lot of people around right now. So hey there, buddy, want to stay in your lane? I'd appreciate it, thank you. Anyway, so I found one where it was an older person, and so I figured they'll probably be home. Well, come to find out, there's a student ID up in the window. So it actually is not. It's probably a family member that's driving it, daughter or granddaughter or something. And so anyway, all that to say though, we're 1 for 1 right now. We just first address we drove to, we picked up a car. It was in a big apartment complex, so I kind of scanned the whole complex and ended up locating the vehicle, and then it was nosed in, so I had to put it on the skates to get it out, so I could kind of swing it out around the car that it was parked next to. Little did I know that was the only entrance and exit for that whole apartment complex, and it's a pretty big complex. So I had people lined up on the street waiting to get in. I had people lined up in the parking lot waiting to get out, and I was just sitting there. I will not be rushed. You know what I mean? I learned that in trucking a long time ago. People can wait, man. I understand it's inconvenient. This one dude, he yelled at me, "That's the only way in and out." And he looked at me, gave me a dirty look, but you know what I mean? I'm not going to damage property. I'm not going to risk. I'm going to do everything the way I do it, slow and methodical. I don't know. I act pretty old for not being so old. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm a little too old for my age. I act a little too old for my age. When I was, yeah, right. You guys watch my videos. You guys know I'm a child, but I balance that childlike sophomoric humor with yeah, this is the part of the road I was telling you about. Look, you guys are all sideways. Ah. Anyway, let me fix you guys. So, anyway, but I balanced that, you know, my silliness with a seriousness around, you know, what I need to take seriously. I don't need to act serious about, you know, silly stuff. I think people who take themselves too seriously are, you know, just full of themselves, and they want to just appear smooth to everybody. And I don't know, I feel like it's just a finesse. They're just out trying to, yeah, come on over. Thank you for using your blinker. I appreciate that. But anyway, so I took my time though, and people were upset, and that's okay. But the worst part was, as soon as I got it to where I could start pulling out. Now I had the front tires, which is front wheel drive. I had those on the skates. Well, the skates are on casters, so they can roll 360 degrees. So as soon as I started sorry, I'm checking my mirrors, hold on one second. So as soon as I started getting out of the parking spot and where I could straighten out, then it kept wanting to slide to the right into the parked cars that were on the other side. And so I'm trying to maneuver the thing, and I'm pushing it, you know, with my hands, just manhandling it to get it out of the way. I'm trying to get out of the way enough to where people can get by. So then finally I get by. Oh, but people started coming in like doubling in. So then I was waiting for them to get out of my way so I could pull forward enough to let everyone by. It was a cluster, and but we got it. We made it happen. I dropped it right there in the parking lot and spun around and grabbed it from the front and backed it out onto the street and strapped it down. And it wasn't the smoothest get, but you know, we got it done, and we got it done safely. So that's all that really matters. And so we've got to report it. Nashville requires you to report. You can't call it in, because normally I would call it in while I'm driving back, but you got to go fill out this whole form online. So I was only 6 miles from the lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get back to the lot, and then I'll fill that out so that yeah, it notifies it. If they call the police saying their car got stolen, it'll notify them that, hey, this car's not stolen, it just got repossessed. So sometimes people don't know that it's out for repossession. Like in this case, if it is a family member that is driving their family member's car, then I knew that was there and I couldn't miss it. Dag nabbit. Anyway, all right. So they may not have gotten the notifications, the letters, and the, you know, the different stuff letting them know that they're up for repossession. So they may just come out of their you know, apartment and be like, where's my car, dude, where's my car? Anyway, all right, this was a long drive back. You guys just hung out with me the whole way back on all those terrible roads, and we're almost back to the lot, so I'll check in with you guys when we go get our next one. Let's go. One for one. All right, we are there. We go. We're rolling up to one of the addresses right now, and it's a no-go. It's a no-go. This one is a similar make and model. Different color, different license plate, not the one we're looking for. All right, well, that is just about how that goes. So that's our third of the night. So we got our first one, and now we've missed on our next two, but both of these have additional addresses. I'm just starting kind of in the northern part of Nashville and working my way back down. So no matter if this was a more likely, or less likely or more likely address for them, I'm just gonna do it geographically. Just start working my way down, and we'll see how many we end up with tonight. And shoot, man, go from there. We shall go from there. But anyway, yeah. So I was hoping we'd find another one like the other night, but we didn't. So I'll try and turn the camera on again here pretty soon. One way or another. One way or another. One way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get you. All right. Let's roll. All right. We got that number 2 on the night. Oh, and we got police activity. All right, hold on. I don't know what that was all about. I was just making sure I wasn't going to hit the mailboxes on the other side of the road. Yeah, that was so we're 2 for 4 on the night, which we're batting 500. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I told you guys last week, if you watched last week's videos, when we were getting skunked, I told you that all we can really do is keep running the addresses, man. Just keep running the addresses, and the law of averages will work out. We're not doing anything different this week than we did last week. Last week we ran 12 to 14 to 15 addresses per night and got skunked on a couple different nights. And this week, we're running less addresses, but the reason why we're running less addresses is because we're hooking up and towing, and so we got to get back to the route, and I try to run by addresses with the car hooked on sometimes, but this one we don't have any addresses that are like really conveniently en route, so I'm just gonna take this one back to the lot, and then we'll reevaluate and go from there. But it's still only 11 o'clock. I am gonna call tonight early tonight because I've got an earlier appointment tomorrow to release, so I can't work until 5 a.m. and sleep until 10. I got to get to bed a little earlier because I got to wake up earlier. So anyway, still got a few more hours to go though, so we're not anywhere close to done. We want to get that 4-banger, man. That's where it's at. That's the goal. If we can get that 4 per night, we'll be sitting pretty. But anyway, all right, we got another one hooked up. Take it back to the lot, get it unhooked, smash it in there. We released a couple vehicles tonight, so we're just putting these right back in their place. Whew. All these dang bumps making my little red headlamp fall out of the visor. But anyway, so yeah, we released two earlier in the night, and then now we've picked up 2 to replace the spots where those ones were. So we're just filling it up, and we got more room. Like I said, we got more room if needed. I can move some stuff around, and I can fit 10 more cars in there if I really needed to. So, and hopefully we will. Let's go. Okay, make it 3. We got a 3 for night. We got a 3. That's a triple. That's a triple. We went to one area that had we have 4 addresses all in one area, so we ran those, and we ended up picking one up. So it was a good little run down to Antioch, South Nashville and Antioch, and Kent coming back with the car to stuff into the lot, stuffing it like a Thanksgiving turkey. But yeah, man, this is exactly what we're talking about. Just got to keep running the addresses. Eventually the law of averages, some of them got to be there. Some of them got to be there. So, Fate Trucking, are you happy? He was in the comments a couple times like, man, I'm tired of hearing you complain 30 seconds into your video. He was just giving me a hard time. Me and him are friends, so he was just giving me a hard time that I was, you know, having such a hard time. Like it's not very fun to watch someone just fail. And so yeah, are you happy now? We got a triple tonight. We got to get that 4-banger next. It's almost 1 o'clock by the time we put everything in the lot and took all the pictures and reported everything to the police and all the stuff we have to do. You know, it was a little later, and then I'm kind of being picky with which ones of these assignments I'm running tonight, because I know I'm going to end a little early, so I'm trying to take the higher probability ones, and I mean, so far it's working out because we're doing good. But these ones, it wasn't that it was a higher probability, it was that I had 4 assignments and 5 addresses, actually 6 addresses, all within one area. So it was like, okay, well, that'll be efficient. So that's why I chose to go down there, and the law of averages takes over, and we were able to get another vehicle. So didn't have to do any skip work, nothing like that. Just a nice, easy. It's a front wheel drive vehicle, and he had it backed in for me. It was nice and easy. So we'll get this into the lot and shoot, man. See if we can't pick up that 4th one, that 4-banger. All right, let's keep it rolling. Catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, well, we didn't get our 4-banger. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's time for me to call it quits. I had one assignment that's out here, actually not too far from the house, so that was the last one I went out to, and it was out in the country, out in the sticks, out deep down one of the hollers, and so that was a little bit I don't know. I don't love the idea of repoing my neighbors, number one. But number two, you know, country folk they enjoy their privacy. They're out here for a reason. So some truck driving up on their property is a little disconcerting. But anyway, I talked to one guy. He was drunk off his butt, smoking a cigarette outside, and asked him if he knew. He's like, actually, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I put that on my dead father's grave. I don't know anyone by that name. I'm like, you don't gotta get crazy, bro. don't go doing that now. And he's like, I know what you're out here doing though. And I was like, yeah, you know, everyone's got to have a job, right? And he's like, yeah, well, I don't even have a car right now, but I'm gonna have a payment here pretty soon. And I was like, well, better make that payment, otherwise we'll meet again. I took off. He goes, no, you're never gonna see me ever again. I was like, all right. He was yelling outside when everyone else was trying to sleep. It was interesting. But anyway, so that went okay. But then there was, you know, a few other people that came out of their houses because I was down this long dirt road, and you know, they're coming out and looking at who's driving by and stuff. So it yeah, it was a bummer not to find the vehicle, but also you know, I don't like I said, I don't love the idea of repoing my own neighbors. So I like to keep that stuff up in Nashville and that area, because I won't see those people at, like, you know, a middle school football game or anything, you know. Whereas people that live in my county, it's a small county, small town, so you're gonna see people around. That's just the way it is. You're gonna see them around. So I don't know. It's like that thing, you don't crap where you eat, right? It's like a lot of cops say that, you know, they don't like to live in the community that they serve in because it's you end up making some enemies. People don't love you all the time when you're upholding, you know, law and order. So, not that I'm comparing myself to a cop, but I'm just saying, on like the hierarchy of disliked people among like the you know, the communities of that I go into, you know, it's like repo men aren't very well liked, and usually cops aren't very well liked by those communities either. So anyway, I'm rambling because I'm tired. It's time to go home, get some rest, and then maybe we're just gonna hit it again tomorrow. And so we got a triple tonight. We hit a triple. Didn't quite get that grand slam home run, that 4-runner, but we got a triple. I can live with a triple. A 3x3. If I was at In-N-Out right now, I'd get a 3x3 animal style, light pickle, extra toasted bun, and probably whole grilled onions instead of the diced grilled onions. Yeah, I think that's what I'd get. And maybe some chopped chilies. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I still gotta wait a couple more years before In-N-Out gets established in Tennessee, but they're already planning it, they're building it, they're doing what they need to do for the distribution center and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a matter of time before I can make that dream a reality. All right, now I'm rambling and I'm hungry. All right, love you guys, peace out. I'll see you on the next one.